so that Tim doesn't have to stick around to the end. 13 Pigeon Hill. If the board may recall, they had a shed that was adjacent to Pigeon Hill that was called to be demolished. They would actually like to keep it because they don't have any sort of accessory structure, and they would like the option for keeping it for putting like lawn equipment and that stuff. So
way down by the road. It's
exactly.
Quite divorced from the house.
So that was down here. This corner was to be receive transplants from like this area of pines come into this corner. What they basically want to do is then to shift those over so that the shed stays where it is. The massive pine just moves to the side, and then they still had some additional trees on this other side. It does increase the RGFA by the 10 by 12
That's really?
size of this.
Actually, I didn't know that.
Well, because it was
garden
T-rated.
sheds.
So, yeah.
Increase the RGFA of the house.
Yeah,
It's within the setback, but that's okay because it's existing.
it's existing.
Do they need any kind of ruling from the ZBA?
I'm wondering about that now that it's an existing
But
non-conforming.
it's a new house.
Right. No, I absolutely see that now.
Wasn't that a fairly dilapidated one, or am I thinking of a different shed?
It really was in that bad a shape.
It's actually not
So-
unattractive.
I think they do. I think they need the ZBA to sign it.
So, right, and if it requires a variance, I mean, it should be pre-existing non-conforming for the age of the property that was there. So it would just be a special permit.
Yeah, I think so.
So if site plan is required prior, is this something we'd want to say, okay, if the ZBA is fine, we're fine with this, or you just want to send it to the ZBA and say that we'll
See, it doesn't mean
opine
anything
on
because
that?
then we'd have to re-review it after this. I mean, just in terms of procedure, we'd have to go in, we could give an informal opinion to the ZBA, but we wouldn't be able to make a formal decision until after the ZBA had ruled.
But if it ends up only being a special permit,
Yeah.
then we'd be first, so the site plan would be required first.
Yeah, is that the new rule?
Site plan as a prerequisite, you know.
Right.
Yeah, but this isn't. It's not as though it's a new house, though.
And
It's not like it's a new structure, but it is indeed a new house.
Yeah, it's a new.
Right.
It's part of a new development, but it's not a new house. I mean, it's not like site plan review for a replacement
Right.
house.
I guess one of the questions would be, if this did not need to go to the ZBA, would the board have an issue with it staying?
I wouldn't.
Informally, and the question is, would we have a problem with it? Is an informal
Yeah.
opinion expressed to the ZBA? I guess
Yeah.
that's what we're saying.
The other thing is, with the removal of that little shed, does that house and lot become conforming?
Yeah, that's why there was
Right.
never
So-
never an issue, and
Right.
so
So that's why there was
him
never
sort
an
of
issue. Yeah.
just saying, well, actually, now thinking about it, I'd like to keep it. Okay,
Right,
well,
yeah.
Well,
Except
the
it's-
neighbors may not like it either.
Well, it's been there forever.
Yeah, and it's not
Yeah.
unattractive, and it's small.
But is it going to be used as a garage? Why
No,
does
you can't put
this
a- Why does it need a
access? I don't
driveway?
understand why you just can't.
Well, what he was going to do was just do the like paving stones,
But it's
so
a
it's not going to
driveway.
be.
It is a driveway.
Right now, it's asphalt, so he.
No,
brings that
I
up.
know, but what I think what Steve is asking is, why do you need a driveway to it at all? If it's just a storage shed.
Why can't the landscaping be in front of it? Or wherever it was going to be?
I'll show you the landscape
There's
plan.
a paving landscape around it, and then maybe we could say, recommendation?
That's where the doors are.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
They
where
wanna
the
get
doors are.
lawnmowers
Right.
and,
But you wouldn't need to have full driveway.
No. And
Right,
he did,
so-
You could have a pad.
Yeah,
He
they were
did say
basically
he would
just
take the
planting
driveway
into this whole corner. That.
Not on that tractor.
Well, they're getting rid of a few of these,
What they'd end up doing is just shifting
but they're
them.
not though.
It's 6 versus,
2, 3, 4,
7.
5, 7. They're getting rid of one.
couldn't a butter object to this? And this is very different than that.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, no, I agree with you,
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is that this changes it back to a non-conforming.
I think it's opening up a huge can of worms,
Right.
sure.
because it's always possible just to.
Diana has a
moving-
comment.
Moving into a conforming location, too.
I just want to say, I think some of these outbuildings that are on the lot lines and non-conforming add a lot of character, especially if
It's
they're
not that, it's just
pre-existing.
It's not bad.
procedural.
Yeah.
We kind of like it.
I can just say that, we need to get a read from ZBA on whether this is a variance or a special permit, and they have plenty of work that they're doing now, so we just hold off until another meeting.
Yeah, another question I had is, are they going to add light fixtures on the outside of this?
No.
Might be required to if there's a man door.
I'll check with John on that. Because right now, there's no electricity going down there,
Yeah.
and he wasn't planning on adding any.
No, I appreciate
but-
that,
But, yeah.
but the
code could
current
end up-
code might require him to put one
That's right.
in. So we have a few questions. The
Okay.
driveway, the location of planning, the
Yeah.
possible lighting. Okay, so that will get some answers.
Does that mean you can go home and keep your...
No, because we have 70.
No.
I just didn't want to keep her needlessly.
After the last hearing, she unfortunately she's got to hang in, I think, for the last hearing. Because that's the stone wall hearing, right for 84 Lane.
And if she passes out, then she's not safe to drive home before the passing out.
Before the passing. Okay.